Um,
Yeah.
the brains. She makes everything beautiful. She
It's
makes
like,
all of our ILF reports beautiful. She does a lot of our graphics, our artwork there, and then she is also the one who works at CBS that landed us those two amazing raffles that we're going to give away.
yeah, it was all HR. It was the all access team. All I had to do was ask, and then they ran off and managed to make it happen. So,
I'm so glad that CBS did that.
Me too. So thank you for being here, AJ, and for making that happen.
Happy to be here. It's been a minute, so it feels good to be here, and let's make some money for this amazing foundation.
So, amazingly enough, if you can believe this, we've been doing this since 11 a.m. Eastern, so we are at 3. So I can't do the math. How many hours is that, guys? 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It's 4 hours. We're at $22,687.
Woo!
Believe that? Yeah, it's amazing, right? Nice. I mean, so I'm sure we'll even do more now that you're here. And so let's talk a little bit. How things been? I mean, your show, life, everything's been crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, the world is just going through a transition phase right now. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy times right now. We're shut down over here in LA, so there's not much going on as far as work. Criminal Minds is done.
Oh, I know, it's a sad moment.
We finished, and that was so bittersweet. I miss everyone so much.
I think it was 16 years, right? Or 15 years?
15 yeah, 15 seasons. It's crazy.
Wow.
Crazy how much time we spent there, and we saw, people grow up. We saw babies being born. We saw people pass away. We saw people get married. We saw all kinds of things happen within our nucleus there. So yeah, it was, I just feel so grateful. I have a lot of gratitude for that experience in my life, and for the people I got to meet and in turn love. It's tough. They always say you don't know what you got till it's gone. That's not completely true of us, because we knew how good we had it, and we knew how much we just truly loved being together. So we really tried to milk it as best we could at the end.
15 years is a long time. 15 years is a long time. Like any relationship. If you were friends with someone for 15 years and you saw them all the time and talked all the time, and then all of a sudden one day you just stop talking a lot, because I imagine everyone's busy with other things, so you don't get together as much as you would when you're on set.
Well, especially when
there's really hard
pandemic too. We can't see each other in person, unfortunately.
Although I saw you guys were doing the cool little, you guys had some Criminal Minds like Zoom meetings.
Yeah, that was super fun. We're due for another one of those. We're going to try to get that on the books. Yeah, I'm going to be doing one with my gals, the girls from Criminal Minds, soon.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. I miss everybody.
We have a chat on the side, which is what I keep looking at, and there's a couple of people. Someone just asked, "How are you? How are you doing?"
I'm well. Can't complain. I just had a birthday, so
turned 25.
Yep, you guessed. So my birthday is on the 22nd, and then my son's birthday is on the 23rd. So
you had a busy week.
Yeah. And I'm not a birthday person, so I love that my son was born the day after me, because I can just
focus on him.
Everything's on him, and but I'm exhausted. We had a little party for him and decorated. And,
I'm getting yelled at for saying 25. I'm sorry. They said I should have said 22. Sorry. So someone asking, do you have any new projects coming up that you're working on?
Well, I mean, like I said, much of the industry is shut down. We're slowly starting to see some things open, but I have been working on a project with a good friend of mine that I'm going to direct. It's a movie, and
wow, congrats!
Yeah, I've been working hard on the script, been writing. So yeah, that has been an education.
Yeah.
Getting an indie film made, but it's always been my dream. I come from the indie world. My first feature was The Virgin Suicides, which was Sofia Coppola's first movie. So I love that world. I love the freeness of expression and the art form of independent film. So, man, it's a lot of work, a lot of work, but
That's awesome.
It's been great.
Congrats on that. I'm sure we'll have to wait till after COVID ends to hear more about that.
Yep.
Someone asked what your, I think we can answer this one. Someone asked what your connection to cybersecurity is. So AJ decided to support the ILF about a year and a half ago, becoming part of the board, and came out to DEF CON. If anybody wants to see that, it's crazy. I'm sure we could talk about that experience in a minute. She came out to DEF CON with her husband and got to come on stage and give a speech with Neil Fallon and myself about the ILF, and then since then has used her celebrity status to help us raise amazing amounts of money to support the organization. Her and Aisha Tyler did an Omaze for us last year that was just wildly successful, and people got to come out and hang out with her and see this. You guys gave way more than they bargained for, because what we had agreed to was not what you guys gave. You guys gave so much more, and that nice young woman still contacts us and is still to this day is like enthralled by what you gave her. You know,
it was so much fun. It was fun, really, really cool to just hang with her and to see the experience through her eyes.
Yeah,
it was really great.
She didn't believe it, you know, because I think that's the cool part about raffles versus auctions is with a raffle like Omaze, is anyone has a chance to win. Whether you can put $5 in or $100,000 in, you have the chance. And this nice young woman didn't have a lot to put in, but she ended up winning and coming out with her best friend and hanging out with you and Aisha, and you guys let them read. I think you did a script reading. They got to sit off the set.
All of it. They got all of it.
I mean, they were supposed to be there for like an hour and a half, and you guys let them stay for the day.
Yeah, it was fun though. They were great. They were really great.
So, what was your first DEF CON experience like?
I think I'm still like rattled from it, because I mean, I had zero experience in this cyber world, period. So it was literally going from 0 to 60 in like 0.2 seconds. So yeah, I mean, that's like the mecca. It's like the world meets up for this, you know, conference or whatever you call it in Vegas. So it was very eye-opening. It made me a little nervous.
But your husband picked the lock, like, I think that night. You guys landed, you got to the hotel, you came up to our room, we were hanging out, and he picked the lock that night.
Yeah, he's super sneaky, that one.
Yeah, I mean, has he stuck with it? 'Cause he picked up a few lockpick sets. Did he stick with it after it?
See, that's the thing. That's what's so great and annoying about him, is that he's just kind of like good at everything. He's a good guy to have in your back pocket.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
Hey, can I interrupt you guys?
Yes, please.
Just to announce what's going on with the giveaway, just remind everybody, because we got a bunch of new followers in here now that AJ's here. So what we want to talk about is, if you're interested in doing the giveaway, this hour we're giving away 2 CBS All Access passes. Those are lifetime passes, and right now we've got one raffle going on. So the way that you earn bucks, the currency system we have going on is that you donate. So if you donate $1, you get $1. If you donate $10, you get $10. And different prizes have different cost values. So these CBS All Access passes, they're $10 a piece. So if you want to enter the raffle and you say !raffle space 1, that'll be a $10 or $10 entry. That is one ticket you are buying. If you want to buy 10 tickets, that's a $100 entry. So hopefully that adds some clarity. We're going to run one ticket now, and then in 30 minutes or so, we're going to run another ticket to give away, or All Access pass to give away. So hopefully that clarifies some things, and you guys can go back to your conversation. Thank you.
And oh wait, Mandy left. I just had a question for her. I was going to say, what are the cost of these things normally?
$1,800. So
I was just I'm like, can I enter?
Yeah, you know that?
Time? Are you kidding me?
So you cannot purchase them. They are only gifted, and they value at $1,800. And for 30 years of access, $1,800 sounds low.
And then you can watch all of the 15 seasons of Criminal Minds.
You can't purchase it.
You can't. So you can't buy these, Mandy. You can't go and just buy these. You have to. They have to be gifted.
Right. Yeah. So you can only do like month-to-month subscriptions.
About getting one of those.
Yeah,
Right.
Seriously.
That's pretty cool. I mean, for legal reasons, like it's 30 years, I think, is the cap. So you get a subscription code that we'll give you, and then you activate it, and then that's yours. And the platform is changing all the time. And now that it's like Viacom, CBS, we now have like Nickelodeon shows. So Avatar: The Last Airbender is on there. I've been
Showtime too, right? Isn't
hitting it up.
Viacom?
Is it?
So,
I think so.
oh, that's a separate thing now. But I think that they might be integrating everything. So that is a CBS
time, I think. So
thing.
That's a great gift.
I don't know. It's pretty great. It's a good time, and since everything's changing, there's this show called Criminal Minds on there. It's pretty crazy.
Really? I haven't heard of it. What's it about?
It sounded vaguely familiar, and I checked it out, and I was like, dude, this is some crazy stuff.
If you're bored and you want something to watch,
If you're bored,
there's this show.
For quite some time.
You have 15 seasons to catch up on.
There's someone in it who's just like a
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, except she looks like she's 12.
Yeah.
It's a weird.
Weird. Do you get that a lot? That there's this person that looks just like you?
Yeah, I used to, but now everyone like knows, like they recognize me as me now. It's weird. I don't know, like kind of the evolution of TV. But yeah, it's bizarre. It's hard. It's really hard for me to stumble upon like an episode that's really old, and I either look like I'm 12 or I'm like pregnant. I had 2 kids during the show that they wrote in, so. Yeah, all the different hairstyles, all the styles, period, fashion-wise. It's
15 years is a long time. Things have changed a lot.
Yeah, it's documented forever for everyone to see.
Hey, Mandy, someone's asking, can you enter the raffle if you do not live in the United States?
Great question.
I didn't think of asking that, so.
Figure that out.
Yeah, let's see if we can find that. Don't leave us again, Mandy.
Okay.
AJ, there's lots of people. I won't go through each one saying that they love you. Lots of people that are.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, literally, lots of very happy people that you're here and really happy to see you. And then there's someone asking a question, a couple questions for you. Do you enjoy directing?
I love it. Oh my gosh, enjoy is an understatement. It's something I've always wanted to do. But, I was busy with acting. So when I had the opportunity on Criminal Minds, I jumped at it. And I'm, in hindsight now, I wish that I kind of pursued that opportunity sooner, because I did only get a chance to direct one. And I wish I had more opportunity to direct a couple more. But that one episode I got to direct, I got to introduce the chameleon, who was the bad guy of all bad guys that we, took down in the very end, who was Michael Mosley. I love him. I got to cast him. He was so exciting. It was such a beautiful, fulfilling experience on so many levels. It was one of those moments of, waking up in your own dream of ooh, this is everything and more that I could wish for. And I felt like I was at home. It was really great. It was a really wonderful experience. And obviously my first experience, I was lucky. I got to work with people that I knew and, really cared for me, and I cared for them, and it was a very safe space to do it. So now that I'm moving on to this feature, we'll see what happens. I'm sure it'll be a very different experience, but equally beautiful and rewarding. So,
It's nice to have a first try at something, be in a safe environment. So that way, if there is a tiny bit of failure, at least you have safety net. You know,
Yeah.
that's always nice.
It was
There's
fantastic.
someone here named Barbara who said she just wanted you to know her name, and she's saying hi, and she really
Hi,
loves you and
Barbara.
all your work.
Oh, thank you.
Are there any Final Destination 2 reunions coming up?
Oh, wow. Not that I'm aware of. I think everyone is dead from that one. Yeah, maybe we'll do some type of Zoom reunion. I recently got to do a Zoom reunion with all of my Virgin Suicides
Wow.
castmates and with Sophia, and that was amazing. That was such a trip, because that movie, I found out, was they just had their 20-year anniversary, which
Wow.
completely blows my mind.
Yeah.
But it was such a trip to see everybody. Everyone looked pretty much the same. Like, no one aged. It was really interesting. And we're just sort of
A little weird, huh?
frozen in time.
Yeah. We just went through this nostalgia, too, talking about how long we've been in this industry. Someone asked, who is writing the movie that you're going to be directing?
His name is Emmett Hughes. He's an Irishman. Yeah, he's fantastic. So we've sort of become writing partners. It's his concept, his story. But he asked me to come in and kind of give it a female voice, which is very important for this film. So, yeah, he's fantastic. I love him.
I take it you can't tell us more.
I can't. It's
Yeah, okay. Then we won't ask.
All right.
Someone is asking, what has been your favorite project to work on? Boy, that's a hard question, I would think.
Oh, there's different projects for different reasons. I mean, obviously, I have to say Criminal Minds, just because of the longevity and what a wonderful family that was developed there, and my love for everyone there. Just the unique experience of the filmmaking aspect, I would have to say the Virgin Suicides, because I was so young. Like, that was my very first film, and I was just so wide-eyed. Like, Sofia Coppola and like Francis Ford Coppola would come visit on set, and I'd just be like, whoa!
Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst, Josh Hartnett, James Woods, Kathleen Turner, Scott Glenn, Danny DeVito, like surrounded by all these amazing people. It was just, I feel like I've been chasing that experience, that indie experience, since I've had that, because we got to go to Sundance. Like, it was just such an amazing, cool ride to be on with it.
Now you're going to be doing that with a new
I know,
indie
well,
movie.
hopefully. Oh, gosh, if I'm lucky.
Isn't that funny, though, how 20 years, like, it goes by, and then you return back to kind of like where you started, but with a whole new appreciation and love for everything. That's a cool story.
Thank you. I feel very lucky. I feel lucky that I was able to experience all of those things.
See, I am reading through this. So many people. By the way, people really love you. Oh boy, here's one from Italy. This is going to be a hard one. Do you have a favorite Criminal Minds episode or season?
Oh man, mine. I'm kind of a little. Okay, so obviously the Chameleon is one of my favorites, just because I was so involved from the ground up on the creative side. I really love. I'm a mom, so most people know that like my real life children played my fake children on the show. So any episode that they're involved in, it's like the proud mom of like. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, you know what? I feel it's such a blur now. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore, because it feels like it's been so long, yet it seems like it was just yesterday. I always love the personal storylines. Me personally, I like the drama of it. So any of those are usually top of my list as far as faves.
I kind of get what you said. Both of my children work for me. Now, my children are older than yours, but both of my children work for me, and it's always interesting when I get to see them do something that is separate from me, but they get You know, like my son was at DEF CON. You know, he teaches people like lock picking and handcuffs, and he runs this whole thing on himself. You know, I don't have to even be there. And my daughter's pictures have ended up like in Wall Street Journal or other places, and I'll sit back and, like you just said, like have that proud dad moment, like, hey, those are my kids.
Yeah.
Did a thing, you know, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's equally weird and cool because there's that part of you that's, you know, a little uncomfortable because they're out there for the world to see. But they love it so much, and it's great to have those moments documented, like immortalized of what we were in that moment, how little they were, and watching them grow up, and yeah, it's pretty special.
This question's a hard one because I'm afraid to ask, but do you like pineapple pizza? You have to say no, please. But
I don't think you want to know my answer, Chris. I know. Let's just leave it at that.
But AJ, I love you. You can't say. Don't do this to me. Don't do it.
I didn't say anything. You know, whatever.
Don't support her, Mandy. Don't support her.
I'm just saying it's okay to be right.
Yeah. You know, don't you like salty and sweet? That's what's so great about it.
Okay.
That's literally what I've been saying.
Okay. I do like salty and sweet, but as a self-respecting Italian, pineapple does not belong on pizza.
Don't act like you have self-respect.
Wait, why are you here? No.
You told me to stay. I tried to leave.
I did. Yeah.
I know. Sorry, Chris. I didn't want to upset you.
It's okay. We're doing it for the kids. So let's see. Would you rather be a director or an actor?
I can't. That's like asking me to choose my favorite child.
Yeah, interesting.
I can't.
Nice analogy.
I'm very, very passionate about both. And in the perfect world, and you know, a world I've been able to be in, I've been able to do both. So it's been exciting, and I don't feel like you need to choose. I think there's a world where you can do both equally. Maybe not at the same time per se, but yeah, I know. I feel like some people have been getting nervous that I'm not going to act again. There's no way. I love acting way too much. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to work again just because of the pandemic and, you know, being on a show for so long, you get scared that like maybe you're not going to, people aren't going to be able to see you as anything else. But yeah, trust me, if the world will have me, I will always act. So that's
I'm sure they will. Besides JJ, what was your favorite character you ever played?
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one too. You know, I got to do a beautiful independent film with my good friend Josh Stewart, who plays my husband on the show, and I also got to play his wife in this indie film that he directed called Back Fork. You know what? That was another one of my favorite experiences shooting a film. His movie, his words, his direction, he acted in it. He killed it. He's so amazing. And I was lucky enough that he thought to ask me to play his troubled, struggling wife. It's weird he thought of me for that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the movie deals with some pretty heavy and current issues with opioid addiction, and that character really spoke to me, and that was a big one for me.
Yeah, that's nice. You kind of answered two questions in one that we had. This is a fun one. What's the most fun thing you've done in quarantine?
Oh my gosh, I've done lots of fun things. Well, for the whole first 3 months of this, we got to kind of take off and go be out in the middle of nowhere and run around and howl at the moon and be out in nature. So all of that was pretty fantastic. Yeah, lots of hiking, lots of just being out in the middle of nowhere with no other human beings. Yeah, which has been really great for the boys, for the kids to just unplug and reconnect with nature, get grounded again. So, yeah, I mean, it's all so fun out there. I love being out in nature.
You have your Omaze winners. They're here saying hi, by the way.
Oh, hey!
Yeah.
Hey.
Nice.
Good to know you're here. I can't see you, but good to know you're here.
Let's see. Someone's asking, is there a rivalry between Criminal Minds and NCIS?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds like I should ask you. Is there?
I don't know. That's a really weird question. I mean, you guys aren't fighting, right? You don't meet in the football field and have a fight after school or something?
Yes, all of the PBS procedurals meet in the back alley, and we
That's
have
it. You're behind the studio, and you're like throwing gang signs, and
Dance off.
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of, but I'm usually the last one to know anything. So.
Yeah. Well, okay, we'll just leave that. I don't know if you here's someone named Andrea, also who is from Paris, and she's just saying hello.
Bonjour.
She asked if you speak French, and there you are. You just.
You know, I grew up in Canada, so it's like, that's our second language. Although it's not the Paris French. That beautiful accent. Yeah.
Do you speak any other languages? Someone's asking.
Not fluently, no. I mean, my husband is fluent in Spanish. So, I know a little bit here and there, but not fluent. That is definitely a gift that I wish I had. I'm blown away at people who just can, it's just natural to them.
I know. I got a friend that speaks 6 languages, and I'm like, I just don't understand it. Like, and fluently speaks them and reads them, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot going on in your head.
Yeah.
Kind of like transfer over. That is a gift.
It is.
Really a gift.
It is really a gift, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's asked, this is did you have a favorite vacation spot?
Anywhere out in nature. I just love being out anywhere where they can.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
I like that. You're not giving a spot. You're just, I like that. Take that, Asker.
My sanctuaries.
This is I don't know. Well, we're going to skip some of these. What made you want to cut your hair? I don't know. That's a weird
well, I'll answer that. Yeah.
Okay.
And I know it was so shocking to everybody. I mean, it was shocking to me, too. I'm surprised that I was, had the courage to do it. But after 15 years on the show, my hair was just so fried and so damaged. And I felt like my hair was so connected to JJ that for me to just it was part of my letting go ceremony of saying goodbye to the show and releasing it and honoring it. And yeah, I just needed to do it. For whatever reason, I could not stop myself from doing it. Like, the force was too strong.
Yeah.
I just needed to shed that layer in order to move on to whatever happens to be next. But my hair grows so fast. It's already, growing. And it was, buzzed, the back and the sides. It was really, really short. So, not gonna lie, I'm happy I've been in quarantine through most of the grow out phase.
It's a great time to try new things because if you screw it up, no one's going to really see it for a while. So
yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah. I thought it was a fashion thing. It looks great.
Totally is.
That's what I kept trying to do, but yet this is what we got.
What, shave your head?
Yeah.
You didn't do a good job at the shaving part.
I missed, and we won't talk about that.
I loved it when I first did it. It was very, very liberating, and I loved the change. But then, quarantine hit, and the hair was. I was just like, okay, we just need to hurry and grow this out now. I did what I needed to do. Now I'm growing in new hair, new healthy hair, and moving on.
That's good. That's good. All right. So your kids were in Criminal Minds with you, right? They were your actual children and stuff. So would you like your kids to follow the acting path that you paved the way for?
Not necessarily. I mean, they did it because they got to come to work and hang with mom. I mean, that's the only reason that it happened. I don't know. It's something that I would have to assess because I think that's a tough gig, being a child actor. It's difficult, and it's hard to grow up in a healthy way when you're constantly surrounded by adults and are surrounded by people giving you candy and cookies and ice cream all day. I don't know. But there's plenty have done it. But yeah, luckily my kids, well, my youngest just turned 5, so he's, still into all the little kid stuff. My older one is huge into sports, and he's a very talented athlete. So luckily he's focusing on that. But I think he does. I think my oldest would probably like to do it, but
it's hard, isn't it?
Pump the brakes on that for now. Yeah.
Let's see. What show would you love to guest star on? Do you have a TV show you'd love to guest star on?
Oh, I got a list. I love Dead to Me. That is like the perfect show. Love it. And Barry. You guys are not familiar with Barry?
I'm not.
Oh, it's so good. I can't wait for the next season to come out. It's killing me.
I haven't even heard of this show. What are we talking
about?
So,
my God. We're in for a treat.
Like Barry?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's John
phenomenal.
Hager. It's so funny.
Amazing.
Dark and funny and fantastic. And I love it because it kind of dives into the whole, Hollywood, actor world, acting classes, and it's freaking hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah, so that Dead to Me is another fantastic show. And I'm also really, really behind on everything because I've been working nonstop for 15 years, and with quarantine, like I said, we've been out in the middle of nowhere, so we didn't really have access to, normal TV. So I'm slowly catching up, but everyone always has suggestions for me, and I got to get on it. Got to figure out what my shows are going to be.
That's nice you have a list. I just want to correct one thing in the chat, people. Pineapple pizza was not created by a Canadian. It was created by a Greek guy in Canada. And he lived in Canada, and he was a Greek guy, and he was just trying to tick off the Italians. That's the only reason he created the pineapple pizza, okay? So don't start this. Don't be blaming AJ for pineapple pizza and all her people. Not her fault,
I don't
okay?
take the blame, whatever.
Sorry, Mandy.
They did great things. That's all I'm going to say.
No.
So next question. So a lot of people in quarantine and stuff are struggling to keep up with things. So what advice would you give to new moms trying to keep up in their professional life?
I don't know. I feel like I'm one of those who would love advice as well.
Also asking.
That's been an interesting struggle for me, and sounds like for everyone. Yeah. It's been extra fun trying to write. I really, really understand why authors, writers book a cabin out in the middle of nowhere for months to go and write, because it's so hard to get into the flow in the middle of a crazy household with, energetic boys running around, and so that's been a challenge for me. And then also at the same time, it's the mom guilt. The mom guilt thing, just no matter how hard you try, it always creeps in. So while I'm, hidden away trying to write, there's just this thing going on in the back of my mind of I should be down with them. I should be down with them. But there's deadlines, and there's, it's tricky. I don't know how everyone's doing it, but I would love some advice. I guess the best thing that I have figured out just through working on the show and constantly juggling work and home, the best advice for me is, everyone throws this word around, balance, having the balance of life. And that is always I'm a very visual person. So whenever anyone says that, I'm picturing myself trying to balance equally all the things that I have going on. And that to me is how I fail. What I've started to do is put 100% of my focus on what I'm doing at that moment. It's when I'm trying to multitask and try to be everywhere at the same time where it always ends badly. So I've kind of had to just give myself the permission to do that. And I've noticed a difference, especially when I'm around my kids. Kids hate it when you're on your phone. They hate it when you're distracted. Like, they just want 100% of you. And for me, that's how I feel like I'm being successful, is that wherever I am, I'm just trying to be there, and everything else just has to wait. And that's my only advice that I've, over a long period of time have finally figured out. This word balance I've decided to just throw away and just focus 100% on where my feet are at any given
Beautiful
moment.
Advice, though, AJ. Really.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I think it's not. It's simplistic enough to kind of be like one of those. Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Because sometimes being present in the moment is a very difficult thing for many people because we're so sidetracked by all of our technology, and it's amazing how much kids can benefit from just being present.
Mhm. Yeah.
Even if they're not, because they're always on their phones and stuff. But just as a parent, I've noticed the same thing with my children. Just being present sometimes has done so much. When they come in to talk to you, stopping working and turning to them and
eye contact.
Right? Yeah, letting them know I'm listening to you. Like, this is important to me. Kind of thing. Yeah, that's really nice advice.
Easier been done, though. I mean, life is. Let's be honest. I'm not saying I'm good at what I just said yet, but it's a practice. It's what I'm practicing. It's how I wish I could be all the time, and it's what I'm working toward.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone's asking if you can explain why you got involved with the ILF. What was your motivation?
Well, I mean, anyone that dives into what you guys do and all of the hard work that you guys put into tracking down these people, unmasking them. I mean, it's a scary, the cyber world is a scary place. And especially, not especially, but I have kids, and, that really scares me because it's a scary place for me, and I'm an adult. So it's just nice to know that people are out there trying to make it a better, safer place. And it's a daunting, I'm sure you guys feel like you take one step forward and 15 back. I mean, it's a constant struggle, and it seems overwhelming most of the time. But in just focusing on, like, you know what? This one case, this made a difference. We helped this kid. Let's move on. Just the baby steps toward that. And that's really admirable. And, I wish there were more people out there doing that, because it's kind of getting out of hand. Yeah. So I just have a lot of respect for what you guys do. And if I can help raise money or awareness to help further that along, then I'm going to.
That's really nice to hear, and your help has done a lot this year. I think, Shane, correct me if I'm wrong, 136 cases already that we've
Yeah, we are at 137 cases since January 1 of this year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah, me too. Yeah. It's a number that I mean, when you and I first met and we talked, I think, we were just happy if we did 30 or 40, and now we're at 136, and it's only July.
Oh my gosh.
And it's because of the support from people like you, and our team grew, and we have 4 full-time employees, and we have 50 volunteers now, and it's just it's just going amazing, and we're able to help so many law enforcement agencies hunt these guys and stop them. Wonderful.
Can I interject again, guys?
Yeah, please. Do we have a winner?
We did get a winner. So Jonathan was our winner, and he's willing to actually have it re-raffled if we get more donations. So.
Oh my gosh, Jonathan, you are so fantastic.
Yep, so that's one, and then we do have another one going on for the next 15 minutes. So again, it's $10 to enter. These are the CBS All Access Passes. So it's one All Access Pass. This is US only, and it is $10 to enter. So exclamation raffle 1 would be a $10 entry. Again, if you donate $10, you would get $10. So you get the equivalent amount of what you donate today in ILF bucks to enter into these raffles. So looks like people are starting to enter now, and again, we're running this one, and if we see some more donations come through, I think Jonathan's willing to give up his all-access pass.
Wow.
So. Thank you, Jonathan.
Yeah.
You're so fantastic.
Wow, that's Shane, John Mitchell, if you're collecting data, get Jonathan's info if he's willing to give it. I'm going to mail him something.
Yes.
Consider that done.
Yeah, that Jonathan, holy mackerel, man, you just regifted something you won.
I'm proud of paying it forward.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. There's a lot of support in here for you, AJ. People love everything you've done, your work, your hair. They love your hair, short even. They said it looks great. So,
thank you.
Yeah, lots of people. You've inspired. It seems like just from some of the comments, you've inspired a lot of people.
No, well, you guys inspire me. I think that's it. Inspiration inspires more inspiration, and it just kind of goes on and on. So, I've been inspired by a lot of people as well, and a lot of you guys have inspired me. So, I'm surrounded at Criminal Minds. I was just surrounded by so many beautiful big hearts. Like Joe Mantegna is one of the most incredible giving people I've ever met. And we always say, when I grow up, I want to be Joe Mantegna. He seems to just have it all together, and his priorities right. And he just, it's good things happen to good people. And he's one of those. And then Kirsten Vangsness, who's just a bleeding heart. Bleeding heart. She is just tirelessly helping people that can't help themselves and trying to make this world a better place after
she seems like a person that her character was also her.
There's a lot of similarities. Yeah, they're both
just to have that spirit about her,
Yeah, they're both beautiful unicorns.
Yeah.
No one else like them. And then obviously Aisha Tyler, who's another, just is tirelessly, just a champ, working.
I don't know how that one person works as much as she does.
Oh gosh, right?
She's unbelievable.
So much going on. I don't know how she does it. She's superhuman. Yeah, but all these people that I was surrounded by, that's infectious. You want to. When you surround yourself with good people, it makes you want to be better. So, yeah, I'm lucky to. All of them have gone above and beyond to help in any way they can, charities, and just making the world a better place.
I was chuckling when you mentioned Joe because I've never met him. I don't know him, but he has that face that makes him seem like the kind of guy that you just want to sit with and talk like your favorite uncle.
Yeah.
Like the kind of guy that you're just I want to sit with him and just have a conversation.
Oh, yeah. And the fact that he's Fat Tony's voice is everything. Yeah. Fat Tony from The Simpsons. That voice is, Uncle Willie. That's who that voice is modeled after. Yeah. And Uncle Willie, oh, he is a character. We met Uncle Willie.
You're getting Mandy upset.
Yeah.
Someone's asking, do you think being part of ILF feels like you're bringing JJ to life?
Well, you know what? Talk about, being inspired by people. JJ inspired me. Like I feel a sense of duty in a way to help people that are victimized, and I couldn't not do it now. It's in her honor, really. So yeah, JJ is a big part of that side of me.
That's really, really cool. Guys, there's only 10 more minutes left with AJ, and she's got to run. So if you have more questions, and remember, just keep them on the chat. If you ask really personal things, we're not going to ask them.
Oh, jeez.
Not going to happen, okay? So don't, I mean, it's fine to tell her. I'm sure AJ appreciates it. We all love hearing how much we inspire people, but not personal things, right? I'm not going to ask her where she lives or where she goes on vacation or things like that. I'm not asking her social security number. No.
What?
No one's asking that, but I'm just saying we're not going to. Personal things aren't happening, right? So keep it. A lot of time. I mean, now because you garnered a lot of support because you like pineapple pizza. Hurts, just got to say, but there's a lot of people here who love you even more now because of that.
Hey, you can't please everyone.
Yeah. That's true. Let's see. People are asking if your character on I just lost the question. A Higher Life, and if JJ would be friends.
Higher Ground.
Higher Ground. Sorry.
Oh, Shelby from Higher Ground. Yeah.
Her and JJ be good friends.
I think JJ maybe would have been a big part of helping Shelby along in life. Shelby was a troubled teen, and this show happened